Greetings, travelers, and welcome back to TolkienCraft 2, the developer series. So, basically, right now we're in a major development cycle trying to get some content out, as mentioned before. So, probably the next few videos are going to be just a lot of updating where we're at, what we've got done, showing off the builds and progress, and various other little things that I think of on the way. So you might have noticed that I have a new attachment. I have dragon wings. I am slowly converting myself into a dragon through various help of mod devs. A shout out again, the little dragon everybody asked about. That is Infinity Raider for AgriCraft. He does have another mod now that adds those separately, but he had added it specifically to AgriCraft initially to give me my little friend. And now, my big giant dragon wings that I love so much, those are courtesy of Brandon3055 from Draconic Evolution. It is a new item for Patreons of him, as well as close friends and contributors to his mod, which I kind of fall into a couple categories. So, I'm loving the wings, love the new feature. Give a shout out. Don't forget, while I do have my own Patreon page, give some love to Brandon because he makes an awesome mod. It's a good way to show him support. The downloads help, but also just flat out with Patreon. So keep that in mind. But we're back here at Thranduil's Hall. We have actually been doing a lot of work here. If you look on my journey map, you will see the area has significantly increased from the last time. A very large area. But I wanted to show you the inside. I started a little bit of updating and decorating. And you'll see I have my night vision off because I want you guys to see this as it is normally. Now granted, you may have that when you get here anyway. But this, of all the builds that I've put in this pack, this is one that I really, truly wanted. This was made by Davici, I believe that was. If I'm incorrect, I will put a notation. But Davici did the Thranduil's Hall. It's a phenomenal build. Like his other builds, he does use a mod that helps increase world height, which is why you saw on the map the flap areas to the north. And it does provide a challenge for us when we're trying to put this into the world, because water height, of course, is 62 blocks. And with this build, it actually had to be lower, so we'll be doing some magic and wizardry to at least kind of give it the feel that it's supposed to be there, water-wise. But, I just can't say this one just takes my breath away. So we'll start up here in the throne platform, or Thranduil. Those of you familiar with the books and the movie, more likely the movie, because that's where a lot of the inspiration comes from for the build, you will remember this area with King Thranduil and Legolas in their discussions. Also from The Hobbit, this is where the dwarves were captured, which we will get over there. Really looking forward to getting this to the point where we can release it so that you guys can play it. There will be quests and things and stuff and lots of people wandering around and just general mayhem, loveliness, and everything in between. But you can see that this is a very, very large build. In scope, up until we started putting this build in, Moria was the largest build, covering a total of 28 regions altogether, 27 regions, 28 regions altogether. That was a very large, very long build. This one is not so much long as it is just large. So far we have 27 regions that have been generated for this, and we are unfortunately, or fortunately, not quite done yet, although in some areas we're finally at the point where we're starting to do the blending for the terrain. For those of you that are curious, I do use MC Edit, and Tegan, who has been a phenomenal help on this. Uses schematica to help blend. But, here is the prison area, which you were all familiar with. Oh, I forgot a door down there. I'll have to take care of that. This is all the prison area. Been updated because you can see that's what it used to look like, was the nether brick fence. I've put in the mod added wood elf iron bars, I think they are. Iron bars? Let's go over and look. I don't remember. Steel bars. Wood oven steel bars. But I gotta fix that one way down there. That was the one where Thorin would have been kept in the book. Then from here, one of the other key locations that I'm sure many of you remember from the story, if you read The Hobbit, from the movie, if all you've done is watch the movie. You can see it's a long distance away. This is definitely a long build. We'll just say that. I think it was up here. I get lost. Nope. Got to go back down. Sorry. Oh no! Server will restart in 15 minutes. I thought I had more time than that. The truth is, the next few, this one and a few more, will be a little shorter than normal, simply because we're just going to be showing off development work and been really busy working on it. And let's wait for the world to load because we're inside, not outside. And let's try this. To freeze on me, there we go. But this is the barrel room, you remember, where the Hobbit Bilbo rescued the dwarves and sent them on their way down the river. Been doing some updates here, adding the TolkienCraft barrels to make it look better. I mean, it wasn't bad. He'd done what he could with vanilla blocks, but the barrels obviously make it look a lot more authentic and better. Some little bits of stuff for you guys to work on. We have, well, it's been working for a while, obviously. We have brews that you will find. There's that one. There's one over... Where did I put the other one? There's two more. See, even I don't remember where I put them all. There's another one over here, I think it is. Somewhere. I believe... Yeah, right there's one. There's another one over here. There's three altogether, so you'll have to find them. I'm not going to show you all of them. Very easy to get confused here. Ooh, get out of the way here. There will also be music. I have Snow Shepherd, who is a phenomenal composer, and show her some love as well. She, I believe, does not have Patreon, but she does have PayPal. So, if you guys feel that you really love the music that's in this pack that's been added, please give some love and show some love to her, because the area music that we have in here, you'll see those as developer tidbits. That was done by her for the pack. She's done a great job helping me get some really good environmental feel in here, and she deserves some recognition for that as well. She also does a texture pack, so you might want to check that out too. It's a bit much on my end, so I don't. But yeah, I don't use it myself. I do love it, yes, but for building's sake, she does a lot of work to basically change a lot of the blocks and the colors and the designs. And I'm trying to build this with the colors of vanilla, which is why I typically use BDcraft if I am using a texture pack, because it does tend to be very close to vanilla. So if you're not using a texture pack, the builds will still look good. And I think I went down the wrong path. Kinda did. Well, easy to get turned around. So we'll just go the long way. And you see the cells as we go by. So yeah, they're, definitely. As far as Tegan, she has finally moved into the 21st century and has a Twitter. So if you guys check her out, it's Tegan_75. If you're going to look her up on Twitter, to, and I am in the wrong spot again. I should have gone over there. I knew I should have made a left turn at Albuquerque. Sorry, old school Looney Tunes. But yeah, hit her up. She posts, she retweets, she does all kinds of things. Yeah, why did I go that way? I was on my way this way. It's a squirrel. Anyway, so I hope you guys are loving the mini tours of what we're working on. And the scope of this place, how huge it is. And then the outside even, because we're trying to work on certain assets. We're not going to import the whole build. The whole build is enormous. And, granted the map is already pretty large as it is for the pack itself. We're trying not to double or triple it. So we're kind of cutting out parts that we feel, aren't as necessary. But right now what we have a lot of the path to get here. The plan is to continue doing the parts of the map for that path that gets it until it crosses the river that's mentioned in the book. And then from there it should be blended in to be regular terrain. So hope you guys will like that. Give me just a moment and we will go take a look at some other areas, and then we will call it a day, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. Okay, so one of the other new areas that I have not shown off or mentioned yet. Yes, we are working on the Belagos region, home of the dwarves in the Blue Mountain. This build is being done by hand by Gorgon, which is Tegan 75's brother. So far, it is looking phenomenal. And he hasn't gotten far into it. Personal things and life in general has kind of kept him from getting too far. But figured I'd show off what he's got so far, because it is very impressive. This has been done by hand. And why do I have a mana tablet in my hand? Where did I pick up a mana tablet? This will be the Blue Mountain home of the dwarves. The plan, we've done several builds for man, which, that's acceptable, because in Lord of the Rings, man was the primary focus other than the hobbits. But the hobbits kept to one main region, whereas man was everywhere. Dwarves and elves were on their way out, so there's very few builds for those. But more importantly, there's even fewer builds for dwarves in the pack. So, very excited to have the opportunity to finally get in another dwarven build. This will make 3 with Moria and the Lonely Mountain, or Erebor. So I just figured, you guys would want to see some of the other work. And man, it is awesome. And he's building it in true dwarven fashion. Go big or go home. But this is some of the content that we have planned coming up. And again, there will be more than likely quests here as well. And you see where he's kind of finished off. Or not finished off, but left off before he was taken to go do other things that were life important, which is totally understandable. So I really think you guys will enjoy this build when it's done. Yeah, I like that. So anyway, now some of the other builds we are looking into. Oh my goodness, what is the name of the other one? There's so many that I've got to work on that I have lost track. Let's go up here. Oh my goodness. Sorry folks, I was totally unprepared because I thought I had the name and then the brain decided to not cooperate with me. So, we will go back and look real quick. Well, if I find it, I'll come back with it in a future episode. But know that it's going to be it's technically another dwarven build, so we'll be working on that too. Oh, that goes down so far. So yeah, we do have quite a few different builds that we are considering. But yeah, that's pretty much the update for this time. Really hope you guys are enjoying a sneak peek into what's going on behind the scenes for the mod pack and what's coming up for you guys to play and visit and explore. And alright, and sorry about the skip there, had to find the answer to what it was. It's Mount Gundabad is the other build that we want to try to get in. Just depends on if we can find something that we can do as a reference to either build from hand or hopefully find someone that has done an excellent job to bring it in ourselves. But that should be it for what we've got planned for this week. Glad you guys stopped by. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you guys all for coming by and have a great day.